Man, today was a busy morning. I couldn't record everything. I was running back and forth, or back to the school, and then came back home. I got a couple things done for reviews, and then my son has been selling some computer parts off of an old PC he had, and so he's his GPU sold, and so I had to box that up and get it ready and trim my face and all that stuff. You know, it's just one of those mornings where everything's just crazy busy, and I'm learning, honestly, as like vlogging, I'm like learning to like how do I record those things, you know, without, because it's really hard sometimes to just start recording and then you're like, oh wait, I gotta set the camera up or I gotta grab the camera, when sometimes stolen. Sometimes if you go to grab the camera, then you don't have two hands and you need two hands to do things with. So yeah, sometimes you can't do it. But anyways, now I'm here. I'm driving to the church office. I've got a meeting at 11:30, which it is 11:36, and so I am late. Yeah. You could probably hear that. Neighbors. I've got to go by and drop off something at the post office, and then I need to go get some food, and I am hungry. So I literally just smacked that on the car. I don't know what I'm gonna get, and I don't think it really matters to y'all. But I also need to call my brother, so yep, I'm gonna give him a call. Well, this is it. I'm heading back to the church. Man, I feel like this vlog is just like what am I even doing? You guys ever feel like that? Like you're just kind of talking, like today was not planned out at all as far as the vlog is concerned, and I'm also just kind of like busy and going and just, but I challenged myself to make videos every single day and post them. It's just that like I can't really stop and plan the day. Today's just such a busy day, I can't really stop and plan it out. And so I don't have like, oh, my brother's calling me. Yo.
Aloha.
Aloha. How was that ride?
It's cool.
Oh.
There's like, usually like if it's like a dude by himself and he's like, you know, younger.
Yeah.
They're always super cool. And he's like, how fast are these cars? So you show him a little bit.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't really mind it, huh? They probably want to see it, actually.
Oh no, they enjoy it. Yeah. They're like, that's how I try to get tips that way a little bit. Like he just tipped me $6.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, so my brother is living out of his Tesla right now. I think I might have mentioned that in an earlier video, but he's actually gonna start vlogging that journey, and that'll be kind of fun. But yeah, he's living out of his car and he's like trying to figure it all out, like plan out the food situation and how storage is gonna look. And he drives for Uber also, and so he does Uber in Henderson, Nevada, and Las Vegas. And yeah, he's just trying to save up some money this year and make it to where he can do some like big traveling and stuff. So he's trying to plan it out where he's got like this big year of travel and visit all kinds of states and site, you know, just make it a fun journey. But he's gonna have to like live out of his car for a while and to make it happen. So I think it'll be an adventure. I'm looking forward to catching some of his videos, and I'll be mentioning him when when he's got that up and running, because I think it could also help offset some of his income. I think people are interested in seeing that kind of stuff. I got to delete some footage off of the DJI Osmo, off of the SD card, because I've only got like a 64 gig or something. It's super tiny, and so I barely have room to record daily stuff. So I gotta order. Actually, I'm gonna order another SD card when I get back into the office as well. One thing I really like about parking right here, I'm not really supposed to technically. It's like handicap like access and like utility access and stuff. But I park here because I'm in the shade right now, and so yeah, I'm the stealer of the shade, because nowhere else in this parking lot is there shaded parking, and so I kind of pull up here. Oh dude, have you ever done that? Somebody has I can't be the only one who's poked themselves in the eyeball with their sunglasses. Gosh. But let me show you where I parked. Did I get my phone? Nope. So my phone is my key also. And let me change this. I think this adjusts, maybe not while it's recording, I don't know. Anyways, my phone is also my key, and so when I walk away from my vehicle it auto locks, but if I leave my phone in my car then it doesn't lock. So anyways, so yeah, this is where I park. And it's like a little mini driveway. It's kind of cool. My wife and I have actually talked about, like, what if we turn this into like a little parsonage where we could just like live here on campus. And you know, I think it'd be great. It'd be kind of fun to live here on campus and have, I think this is like a 3 or 4 acre property, so of course we wouldn't have like all of it to ourselves, but we could have a nice little spread right there. Oh, these are my house keys. So it smells like a gerbil cage, like a rat cage or something. It's weird. Okay. Yeah, so also we're not doing a lesson tonight. Like normally on Wednesday nights, which is what today is, normally we do a lesson and maybe some games or something, but not today. Today we're going to, I'll show you this in a second. Today we're just gonna help fill some Easter eggs. We have an Easter event in 2 weeks, and we got a lot of Easter eggs to fill. So this is the youth room behind me. So that's the youth room, but if you come through these doors here, then we have this entire room right here. This entire room that used to be the youth room when I was a student here, back when I was like, I don't know, 17, 18, 19, and my wife actually grew up in this church. And so, look at me again without the microphone. So, my wife actually grew up in this church, and as a student, she was in this room for a very long time as well. And so, now to have this, our church has gotten a lot smaller, and to have it, you know, with no students in here right now. This was a Spanish church that ended up separating ways. We have a whole new Spanish ministry that's starting through the North American Mission Board now, and so that's really cool to see that started back up. Our community around us is 65% Hispanic, predominantly Hispanic, and so yeah, we're starting a new Spanish ministry back up, and that's actually been going really well. And so, but the prior Spanish ministry was here, and then they moved out. We just had they didn't really want to do ministry with us. They wanted to stay on their own and do their own thing as a separate church, and we want to partner with someone and people and have, you know, unity here and do ministry together. And so we parted ways, unfortunately, but that's just the way things work sometimes. But the people we have now, the pastor and his wife, Jose and Gabby, are awesome people, And so with that being said, they're actually going to be over in probably in our sanctuary, and we're going to be doing some other different stuff. But then I'm praying and hoping that this will become the student room again. Like, I know that obviously that's our little youth room over there, but I want that to turn back into the game room. And then this will be filled up with like 50 or 60 students. So that would be cool. That's kind of a goal of mine. And then we got a little sound booth in the back that I used to run sound in. And that's kind of where actually the youth pastor that was here at the time, his name is Matt Wisnant. And he actually invested some time in me. And between him and another friend of mine, Seth, that's where I got my interest in like technology and sound and media and video and all this kind of stuff. Let me check this out, because I think this will be the, let me go to my videos. This will be 1, 2, 3. This is day 4 then. So this is only my 4th day. Only my 4th day. You know what's weird is like I'm having full conversations with people in my latest video, and this is the most interaction I've had, like the most comments I've had, I think, in a video in a while, and it hasn't changed the views whatsoever. So I would think that the more interaction you had, the more view count, like the higher your view count would go up, like it might push it out to the algorithm showing that like there's some interest. But it doesn't seem like that. I don't know. I'm trying to figure YouTube out, because maybe it is, but I don't know. It just doesn't seem that way. And maybe I just need to get better. Maybe my content's terrible enough to where like people are just scrolling through what I'm posting because, you know, my face isn't interesting enough. Like it's just, it could take some time. It's like when I first started watching Chris Meets Chris, like the first time I really was just like, it's just another guy talking into a camera, you know? And I think people over time and consistency, and people start to see you keep posting, and they just see you on here time and time again. Your face just keeps showing up every day in their feed and stuff. Then I think they'll start to maybe watch you, and then once they do, maybe if they like you, then they'll keep watching you. And that's kind of the game. Unless you're going the other route, the other gimmick is like, and I say gimmick, but the other thing is you go real flashy, real quick, real attention grabbing, and current trends and all that kind of stuff. Or like man, there's this giant wave of like this new way of vlogging like this, where it's just people talking and getting to know each other online, like through YouTube, and making real connections. That's what I love about it. I've got about, let me check this. I think I've got about an hour, 2 hours. 2 hours before youth group starts, and then about 3.5 hours, 3 hours before our meeting tonight starts. We have a deacons and elders meeting, and it is just busy. It's been a busy day. Wednesdays typically are, because I come into the office Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and then the rest of the time I'm either at home doing work with the school work with the kids, or I am doing reviews and now making videos. So that is cool. I like adding this to my schedule, and I just realized I have no bottled water here. I think I drank the last one last night. That is no good. I should go get some water. Oh man, I'm like trying to text my wife and my son at the same time, and then I'm answering my son with the response that was meant for my wife. Okay, I don't know. It's 5. I have to have sunglasses. Have you ever heard of this? I have translucent. I hope somebody wasn't making fun of me or lying. Dude, what is up with my hat right now? Why is it so crooked? That feels normal on my head. It looks good here, but this feels normal on my head. Anyways. Yeah, so let me turn these lights off. I forget what I was even saying. Oh, I have translucent pupils. Like, that's weird. The eye doctor was like looking at my eyes, because that's what eye doctors do, in case you didn't know. And they were looking in my eyes, and like she had to get a second opinion,
and was like concerned that something was wrong with my eyes. And then they were like, no, you just have translucent pupils, so make sure that you're always wearing sunglasses. And that's a real thing. That's a real thing. So I'm not making it up.
I should, but I'm
just leaving the stickers in.
It'll be fine. If it does, some kids gonna be like frosting on my ass.
All over every egg.
I'm done.